Federico, come over here.
Yes, Monsieur Sacchi?
Wash and dry all of these now and bring them to me when they're ready. I'll prepare the seasoning in the meantime.
Yes, Monsieur Sacchi.
Messer, when would you like us to serve the salad?
With the roast meat.
Do you think they'll be pleased?
They will. You needn't worry.
I trust you, Messer.
Bravo, bravo, Pietro. It's excellent like that. The mostarda di Cremona is not easy to prepare.
Thank you, Mr. Sacchi. You had a hand in it. Your mostarda recipe will make it exceptional.
It's a specialty that originated in my native Cremona. I was born near there in Piedena.
That explains why the recipe is so excellent.
And in Cremona, the mostarda is made with whole fruit. It's better than in Mantua, where the fruit is cut into very thin slices, or in Vicenza, where it's chopped up. Candied fruit is much more tasty.
Yes, and the sauce too has its secrets.
There's no doubt, but you know all the secrets.
Yes, Monsieur. I began 3 days ago. I mixed different whole fruit and honey. Then the crushed mustard seeds, soaked in verjuice. And then after it was cooked, I left it to cool for a day and a night before cooking it and cooling it again. I did this 3 times, and I fill these small bowls. And I put one in front of each guest. At the same time, I also prepare bowls with dried fruit, Corinthian raisins, nuts, and fresh fruit, such as figs, grapes, red and white. And I also prepared slices of fresh melon, in the manner you suggested.
Excellent, Pietro. The fresh fruit will be served at the start of the meal, that is entremet. The melon will be served with the smoked ham.
That's something I'm a bit worried about.
Why?
Because they're dishes people aren't familiar with. Take, for example, the entremets. They're usually, well, sweet dishes, whereas we're serving fresh fruit instead.
They simply don't know yet that fresh fruit is an ideal entremet, and it's much healthier. The ancients, and Pliny above all, wrote about the benefits of all these fruits. And the mostarda fruit was described for the first time by Lucio Junior Coromella in the 1st century AD in De Rustica. We are simply paying tribute to the wisdom of our predecessors.
Forgive me, I'd almost forgotten that you're not one of us. You know so many things.
Have the sweets been prepared?
Yes, Messer. They'll be ready in time.
And the rosolio is here, as well as the rose, the mint, and the violet liqueurs.
His Holiness will be pleased with our work. Ah, yes, the pheasant in red wine sauce. And the perch with grapes and lemon juice. Add a little pepper, my friend.
It's the first time I've seen this preparation, Messer. And I can assure you from father to son, We've cooked a lot of meat.
What in this Trojan pork dish do you find so unique?
Undoubtedly, the way it's cooked. The fact that half of it's boiled and the other half's roasted. Stuffing as well. Using sausage, herbs and roots, pepper, pine nuts and raisins. The taste must be incredible.
You're right. It is very succulent. We serve the part that's boiled with the mostarda of fruit, and the roasted part with the stuffing.
Platina selected light and healthy dishes, which was very unusual for that period. After having studied Maestro Martino's manuscript with great interest, he created his own recipes. Although inspired by the manuscript, he tempered the recipes with ideas he had acquired in southern France. Lemons, oranges, cinnamon, and ginger replaced the heavy sauces of the Middle Ages. He gave a more prominent place to vegetables, salads, and roasts. He also used wine sauces. We tend to consider Renaissance and medieval cuisine as opposites. But is the cuisine and the art of dining of the Renaissance diametrically opposed to that of the Middle Ages? Gastronomy was influenced by the important changes that took place then. Recipes, table decoration, service, and table arts in general were all modified. And Italy was in the forefront of these changes. During the Renaissance, the first permanent tables made their appearance, although the trestle supports remained to hold up the table. In the center of the table, a light-colored tablecloth contained all the decorative elements. The chopping board gave way to the plate. The crude bowl was replaced by a soup plate. Bread had a plate of its own, and main dishes were presented in large service plates. The Italian influence was enormous. Individual earthenware dishes were used, the faenza. The chalice was replaced by the Murano crystal glass. After the different plates, silverware was the next element to be individualized. The two-pronged fork appeared for the first time, but remained an exception. The knife was the individual utensil par excellence. Refinement of table manners increased. Washing one's hands became systematic. During the Renaissance, the use of spices began to decline, and new foods began to appear. Candied fruit, either in brine or in syrup. Asparagus, artichokes. Thanks to the discovery of the New World, different foods such as tomatoes, peas, corn, potatoes, Jerusalem artichokes, pimentos, beans, and chocolate could be seen on European tables. It was the Italians who were at the origin of sweets such as jelly, marzipan, gingerbread, and nougat. But what changed most during the Renaissance was the finality of the banquet. Whereas in the Middle Ages, the objective was to eat as copiously as possible, Beginning with the Renaissance, ostentation and table arts took precedence. The weight of culinary traditions between the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, therefore, had an underlying support.